Hey everybody, I hope you're ready for your next installment of Number Corner. This one is the assignment portion. This page, multiplication and division problems, page 1, also page 61, is located as a PDF on the assignment post. You're going to want to print it off, you're going to want to grab it, you're going to make sure you open it in a new tab, have it there to reference, because we're going to do some work with it. Let's dive right in. So for this first one, what you've got to do is for each array, show how you can break it into smaller arrays to find the product, and then write a multiplication division fact family for each array. So this is actually 2 tasks. You've got to do that thing, and you've got to do that thing. Each one of these is a 2-task kind of thing. You can't just solve it and give me fact families and be done. So for this first one, we're going to solve it and use some fact families, but then we're not done. So on this one, I already started the process for you. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that side. So our first equation is just the area of that is 4 times 7. I know that 4 times 7 is 28. I know that because I could count. There are 28 squares here, or I could just know 4 times 7 is 28. I'm going to do the reverse. I did 4 by 7. Now I'm going to do 7 by 4. 7 times 4. Fact family. Nice and easy. Now I'm going to do my division portion. Now in multiplication, the answer, the product, is always the largest value. It's the first number. 28 divided by... We're just going to get those fact families flipped around. We're going to do 28 divided by 4 equals 7, and then 28 divided by 7 equals 4. That's that first portion. That's pretty easy, but hey, here's that second portion. For each array, show how you can break it into smaller arrays. This is partial product. So how can I break this array into smaller parts? Well, I am going to shade it or split it into 2 parts. I'm going to split one here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is one portion. And then I'm going to split it over here as well. 1, 2, 3. I get 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times 4. I know that 3 times 4 is 12. And 4 times 4 is 16. And if I add 16 and 12 together, I get 28. Let's do B, so you can see how that process looks again. Ready? First thing that we're going to lead with is just the array, what you see. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 3 on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on that side. So my equation becomes a 3 by 8. 3 times 8, which I know is 24. Now I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to do 8 times 3, which gets me to 24. Now I'm going to take my product. I'm going to put that as the first number in a division equation. The largest value goes first. 24 divided by 8 equals 3. Again, 24 divided by 3 equals 8. Now let's partial product this and split it into smaller portions. I'm going to split it right here this time. So I got my first side. First equation is 1, 2, 3. 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 times 5, which I know is 15. And here I get 3, 1, 2, 3, by 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 times 3 is 9. If I add 15 and 9, I get 24. So I did this partial product, smaller portion, and fact family. I want you to do the same thing on C entirely on your own. Send it to me. Hey, number 2. Ooh, these ones get tricky, and I'm excited for it. We're going to show you the first one and that second one. You're going to have to do that third one. Complete each maze, write equations below, to show how you found the path from start to end. So you've got to get from start to end using multiplication and division. No addition, no subtraction. Start here, so my first one is obviously going to be 3. So it's going to be 3. Now I can do 3 times 4 or 3 divided by 4. If I divide 3 by 4, it's not going to answer any, it's not going to be any of these numbers, so it's probably not division. I can do 3 times 4, which I know is 12, but I don't have if I go this way, I can't connect to a 12. There's a 12 down there. So if I do 3 times 4, that is going to get me to 12. 3 times 4 gets me to that 12. Now I'm at this 12. This 12 can either go to the 6 or to go to the 2. If I go 12 by 2, I can go 12 times 2 to get to 24, but there's no 24. I could do 12 divided by 2 to get to 6, which will get me to that 6. Or I could do 12 times 6, which is going to get me to a number that is definitely not listed here. Or I could do 12 times 2, which is going to get me to 24. There's no 24 here either. So the only one of those that would have worked would have been 12 divided by 6, which equals 2. All right, I'm at this 2. Now this 2 can either go to the 20, or to the 10. I can do 2 times 10, which would get me to 20, or I can do 2 times 20, which would get me to 40, but there's no 40 listed. So it's got to be 2 times 10 gets me to 20. So 2 times 10 gets me to that 20. Now I'm at this 20. I got to get to the end. I'm going to do 20 times 5, which is going to get me to 100. That's not going to get me out. I could do 20 divided by 5, which is going to get me to 4. That would get me out. What could I go diagonally and skip my way out? 20 times 4 is 80. No, that's not going to fly. And then 20 divided by 4 is 5, but that's not going to lead me to end. So it's got to be 20 divided by 5 equals 4, and that gets me out. All right. You've got one more to look at. Now, I'm going to get you halfway through this one. B. You're going to have to do the rest of it on your own. I'm going to get these first 2 equations for you. You're going to have to do the rest of C on your own and half of B on your own. Let's start it. All right, we're going to start at 3. So I know my first number is going to be a 3. 3 times or divided. Ooh, I wrote that. I don't know if it's going to be times or divided. I should probably stop. All right, I can do 3 times 6, which is going to get me to 18, but there's no 18, so it's not 3 times 6. I can do 3 times 4, which is going to get me to 12, but there's no 12, so it can't be that. I can do 3 times 24, which is going to be a number that is way bigger than anything listed there, so I don't even need to do the calculations on that one. I just know that that's not going to be right. I can do 3 times 2, which gets me to 6, but there's no 6 here. What is 3 times 8? 3 times 8 is, in fact, 24, so that's going to get me right there. 3 times 8 gets me to 24. All right, I'm at the 24. I can go anywhere. We're going to do this one together, and you're going to do the rest of it on your own. Ready? I could start, we're going to go down. 24 times 2. It's going to be 48. There's no 48. How about 24 divided by 2? That'll get me to 12, but there's a 14 here, so it can't be that. 24 divided by 14, that doesn't even divide evenly. 24 times 14 is going to be over 200, so it's definitely not going to be that one. 24 divided by 28 or 24 times 28, well, that just doesn't make any sense. So we don't even need to do the calculations there. We can just go right up to 24 times 7. Number's way too big. Can't be there. 24 divided by 7. I'm not even certain that 7 and 24 are multiples of one another. How about 24 divided by 4? Maybe. What about 24 divided by 6? We know that one divides evenly. 24 divided by 6 is going to equal 4. 24 divided by 6 gets me to 4. Start off with that 24. Divided by 6 gets me to 4. We know that I'm going to start at that 4. I can either multiply that 4 by that 7, divide that by 4 that by that 7, multiply that 4 by that 28. I've got to get to the end. Got to get here. So whatever it is, this final one needs to equal 2. I'm going to give you some hints to make your life a little bit easier. Ready? This one is multiplication, and this one will be division. All right? What are those numbers? Find that path out. And then I want you to tackle C and C entirely on your own and send that sheet to me. You can email it to me as a picture. You can take a picture right on your Chromebook. I'm sure your parents can take a picture on a phone. I would like to see this assignment by Wednesday, please. Everybody.